So hold on. Chipper's trying to call me. I'm not going to deny him. Let me answer this.
Well, then go take it. Here's what you got with this. I don't care. This is Matt in Michigan, and some of you know me, some of you don't. But it's like, I don't care what anybody's opinion is, and I don't mean that in an assaulting way, because I don't care if anybody cares what my opinion is. Meaning that if I voice something, you're free to agree, disagree, or whatever, and my feelings aren't going to be hurt. But if somebody says to me on this call right now, Matt, what color shirt are you wearing? And I start talking about how nice it is to have a shirt and what different fabrics they come in and what stores you can buy them in and what countries they're made in, and I go on for 20 minutes like that, you're probably going to sit there and wish you could smash a club across my face and answer and say, Matt, I asked you what color shirt you're wearing. Just answer the question. And that's what this guy wasn't doing. Whenever he was asked a question, he kept jumping around with a 20-minute answer. That was enough for me. And then when he started getting pushed on it a little bit, he got hostile. So at this point, I don't want to hear from anybody like that. I could agree with him 110% on everything he's saying. But where you don't make a successful call and accomplish something by watching a gerbil in the hamster in the circular thing, the treadmill, or whatever they call that thing the hamster runs on. It just keeps running in circles. It don't go anywhere. The hamster gets a bunch of exercise out of it. I don't get a damn thing out of it. And that's what he was doing here tonight. So it's like we got to move on to something productive. I think the idea, when I first came on the call, it was a little bit after it started, and I heard something about what we need to do with the police. And the main problem we have today with the police is that they're not peace officers. They have this militaristic complex that when they encounter somebody, they have to figure out some way to go ahead and arrest them. And they have to figure out some way to go ahead and, take some kind of a, I'll say, law enforcement technique or law enforcement aspect, rather than just trying to find out, is there even a problem here? And if there is, do we have to do anything about it? But anyway, I don't want to go off that. I just brought that up to say that's where the call was when I came in, and we started it. To me, that started out in a very productive pattern, and it's been going downhill ever since. So back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt. I'm glad we agreed on the counterproductivity of further discussion with Chipper. I wish Chipper well. We're at the top of our 2-hour mark here, and Lewis is probably going to have to conclude his participation with us because of his busy schedule. I'd like to, before that happens, I'd like to ask both Brad and Lewis if they've got concluding comments on any of this.
Lewis here. No, I have no concluding statements. I shouldn't say that. I attempted to exercise some flexibility there in dealing with Chipper because we asked Chipper to rejoin the call. The fact that he was available and it wasn't something that came up, and simply he dropped off of the call because he didn't feel that the conversation that was taking place at that time was worthy of his time or participation on the call, gives me my, it's a signal to me for everything that I need to know. I don't have any ill will, and I feel that, my dropping off of the call on Wednesday was warranted, and that 45 minutes that I dedicated to it was enough. So I look to solutions, not to those that come on and, speak very matter-of-factly in areas that, especially areas of faith. I don't think that anyone can really, when one tends to get into that matter-of-factly, you people don't want to know this, I know this, you don't, I have an issue, and I don't think that that's productive, and we just need to move on from that point. So with that, I yield.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I think this is an appropriate time to conclude our formal business meeting of business matters that have been on our agenda. We did not get to entangle ourselves in one of our main agenda items here, but I think we accomplished a lot of good work here. Yes, I think we accomplished a lot of good work. Frequently, just getting the board cleared and resolving current controversies is real big progress, even though we're not left with a pot of gold. Just having a clear pathway before us from here on out is a real positive development. And hereunder, this is the 27th of February, 2001, and this is the formal conclusion of our business meeting.